Hello, all you beautiful For Life leaders. I'm so happy to give you this message. Angel asked me to give it to you, and I'm so glad Angel asked me to do this. What a sweetheart she is. And no doubt, many of you heard of the book, Tale of Two Cities. In that book, Tale of Two Cities, do you remember that line? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Sort of describes our time, doesn't it? So it's the best of times if you have a For Life team, if you're building a For Life business. And it's the worst of times if you don't have it. And that's really where most people are today, isn't it? It describes most people today. Yet people are struggling with finances, they're dealing with inflation, economic issues, all those things. And that's what they're going through. And they really need this opportunity. It's the worst of times for them, but it means opportunity for you. Opportunity for you. Now, what we don't want to do, and what some do, is they have a disempowering belief in thinking, well, it's really the worst of times because now they don't have any money to join our business to get started. Listen, I'm the guy that, remember, I had to sell a junk truck to get started in this business. Remember that? I went through bankruptcy. I had no money. And I sold the only thing that was left was a junk truck from my business. And the man came out and gave me $400. And I put $200 into groceries because I didn't have any food in the house. And I put $200 into my products to get started. After that, I went off and made $48 million. 248 million, wow. And still going strong today, right? It was a difficult time. And if I even go back even further, if I go back 46 years ago when I started in network marketing, and that was when I was, I'm gonna tell my age, when I was like 20, 21, right? And that was a difficult time. Jimmy Carter was president, worse than the situation now, Biden, right? Anyway, I'm not getting political here. But Jimmy Carter was president. The economy was terrible. Inflation was high. It was definitely the worst of times. But guess what? That's when I joined my first network marketing company. That's right. And I got started back then. I was motivated to get started in this business 46 years ago. And at the same time, that was when Herbalife skyrocketed, Shaklee vitamins skyrocketed, Forever Living products skyrocketed, so many of them. They thrived in difficult times. They thrived in adversity. And why is that? Well, simply when people go through these experiences, these difficulties, these challenges, those people are open to suggestion, just like I was. And they're looking for a way. Now, sometimes what messes that up is when we don't present it right. So we just got to get better at what we do. That's all. It's like going to school, isn't it? And so we just got to get better at what we do. And I know you can do that. And I certainly want to support you. Angel wants to support you. We all want to help you get better at your game. And that's one of the things I really want to do this year is help all of you do that. Because when you think about it right now, because that is the situation and people are looking, and I say they're looking, here's the one thing that we have to realize. These two facts are indisputable. Fact number one, that people are interested in longevity, quality of life, and they want to slow down the aging process. They are interested in that. Here's a second indisputable fact. People want to improve their finances. They do. They really do. So, since they're already interested and they're open to suggestion, all we have to do is simply do our job. That's it. And so, get sharper at what you do. I know we can do it. I certainly want to help you do it. And I just came back from a 4-day training with Eric Worre, and it was wonderful to be able to spend time. I got an interesting statistic that he shared, and I thought it was interesting that when someone joins a network marketing company, if they're not making money in 90 days, they're gone. But if they make $1, 74% of the people stay. I thought that was interesting. And he's not going to give a statistic if it's not true. But yeah. So the thing about it is, just understand this. People want what you have. All we got to do is refine the message and give it to them. That's all. And you can do that. Now that we have Fast Start, and I strongly encourage you to build with that, build with Fast Start. It's the way to go. People love energy. And when you build with speed, they attract to that. When you have a sense of urgency, they attract to that. They think, wow, he or she, that is you, the leader, seems to really know where she's going or where he's going. Okay, there must be something to this. I'm going to take a look at it. So Fast Start is the way to build because it keeps speed in your organization. And then when we talk about the 90-day run, that is Fast Start 90, here's the thing. You can always do a 90-day run. Look at me. When I became Platinum Elite, my first 30 days, well, that's all I did. I didn't do a 90-day run. But for 30 days, I did an all-out massive action push. All-out massive action. The result was I was Platinum Elite at the end of the month. But the thing was, I got everybody on board. And it wasn't about me. It was about them. It was about helping them to attain their goals. The result was it would organically push me to that position. And that's what I did. But every day I was on Zoom calls constantly, one after another, with this leader, that leader, this leader, that leader. And that was it. So it really shows that, and again, I've been already at that time in the company 24 years, so that you can do it anytime. And it doesn't have to be a 90, it can be a 30. It can be whatever you can give. But understand this, even if you can't do it, even if you can't, and I recommend that when you have people join you, if they can do a 90-day run, let them do it. If you got leaders that really want to push, if all they can give is 30 days, let them do it. But the most important thing is being consistent. Because I can tell you, when I gave you that example about selling a junk truck to get started, I was doing part-time jobs, sometimes working at night, cleaning floors. Yes, that's right. I did whatever it took just to have some money so I could build my business. And in 18 months, I went from bankruptcy broke to going into the house of my dreams. But you know how I did that? Every time I came home from work, I would go into my house, have dinner, go down the hallway, close the door, and I would make phone calls. And I would be setting up appointments. So I would spend an hour, maybe 2 hours a day, every day. I was simply consistent. Not spectacular. I was simply consistent. And in 18 months of doing that, it freed me up for the last 30 years. For the last 30 years, I've been a network marketing professional. So just understand this, that we're always refining our game, and we're always getting better at what we do. Be patient with yourself, forgive yourself, love yourself, and don't forget to say the most important words to your team members. And the most important words that you can say to your leaders is, I believe in you. Angel, I believe in you. You have great qualities, you have great potential. You can say that to any one of your leaders. I believe in you, and watch what happens. So I look forward to seeing you, I hope, in Barcelona. I got to find out the dates for the convention. I'd like to be there. I'd love to see you all. I think you are the best example. This European team is just, you guys are spectacular. We love it. We love everything that you do. And I appreciate Angel giving me this opportunity to send this message to you. Success to you all. See you soon.